Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the rinks here in Hauppauge. We got a great matchup ahead of us. The Northport Huntington Tigers take on the East Islip Chiefs in the Varsity division. Both of these teams trying to claim a top spot in this Suffolk County High School Hockey League. The Tigers, they may be 2-2, but they are for sure a dangerous team. Looking at the 4 games they've played so far, well, it was a nice win against the T-Birds. It was a nail-biting loss against Smithtown Hauppauge in overtime. The closest team has any team has come, to beating Smithtown Hauppauge. Tripping all over myself right now. That's just how close that game was. Still goosebumps thinking about it. St. Anthony's gave Northport the biggest loss of the season for the Tigers. That was 4-1. Pat Med didn't stand a chance as they lost 10-2 against Northport Huntington. So that's the loss, or the win that they're coming off of. East Islip, on the other hand, well, they have a win against St. Anthony's. The big difference in the season between the Tigers and the Chiefs. That was a 3-2 win against SA. East Islip, on the other hand, lost 8-2 to Smithtown Hauppauge. So I don't know what to make of this matchup, really. It could go one way, it could go another. Regardless, it should be close. It should be exciting. It should be a hell of a watch. So I hope everyone at home does enjoy it as we have the puck drop and are underway. Northport Huntington have it spill back into their zone before they repel it. And a man I'm going to be talking a lot about is Caruso up the ice on the right side, getting into a puck battle over in the right wing corner. Should be a lot of high-octane action as the Tigers are going to walk it off the wall. Look for a centering feed potentially. Lawler getting his stick activated down low, breaks it away, and now the Chiefs can wheel it up ice. Fontaine across, Dolson trying to cut through some traffic. It's once again steered to the boards, and Caruso will play it out. And look at our starting goaltender matchup. It is going to be, of course, the main man in Bowden Rudloff, getting another start in net. Got a little infographic up there as Rudloff trying to make his first save. Puck does come loose out in front. Once again played away. Lawler touching up on it. LaFata a long drive. And Bowden will make a save and get this for a pause. Rudloff today going to be taking on one of the other better goaltenders in this division in Bayerga. Got a nice little stat sheet for Bayerga as well. Can take a look at all of that information. So many players to highlight in this game. I feel like we're going to need so many banners throughout all of it. As the puck should go down for an icing, the referees will enforce it. LaFata, one of those players I have to mention, 7 goals in 5 games, tacks on 3 assists for a total of 10 points. He's in the left faceoff dot right now as we're going to get a restart on that draw. LaFata trying to power his way forward. He was banked off by Caruso, and now the Tigers collect and wheel up ice. Dumped into the zone. Bayerga will take it off his pads, redirecting it. Musumeci, and he's going to be called offsides. LaFata was the second wave of attack. Minute and a half gone by in the first period. No team really with a good opportunity just yet. LaFata popping up high. Musumeci will go down low to chase. Battled by Gazzardo the entire time. Works it to the blue line. Back over for Musumeci on the half wall. Taps it off. LaFata, a drive, was poked off his stick before he could release. LaFata twirling it around. Couple of passes, almost putting Barton free. He takes a shot off the wall. Musumeci just jabbed it off to the left side of the goal. Now East Islip opening up for some offense. LaFata takes a big hit into the boards, and the Tigers do get it out. Barton all the way for a back check. The puck will ramp off a stick and go out of play. Believe we have an East Islip team in attendance. Looks like the JV squad trying to get loud for the varsity team. A lot of excitement for this East Islip varsity team this year. And they've set the bar high the way they've opened the season. Beating St. Anthony's, that's not something that's easy to do. St. Anthony's last year really only tested by Smithtown Hauppauge, but East Islip putting their feather in the cap that they're here to stay. Lawler, another long drive, and it's once again saved by Rudloff. Gets it in the glove for another whistle. Serrato for the draw. Pops around Lawler. Twirls it around the boards. It ends up down low. Kevin Sherwood trying to clear the zone and does. This could be a potential 2-on-1. Puck still bouncing around. Hits off another skate. Not out of the zone just yet, and there it is. Jordan Haynes was the one who popped it free. Puck into some space, stepped up by Sherwood. No one with clean possession over the last 30 seconds. Back for Kevin Sherwood. Looks onto the near boards, ahead by Patrick Schmidt. He'll give it back to East Islip as Northport Huntington get their forward line changed. Caruso now back out onto the ice looking for a shot. Hits off a stick, I believe, maybe a body, and almost banked into the net. Sherwood a long blast. This is once again wide. Northport Huntington with a little bit of extended ozone time, as soon as I say it, it's right back out. Sherwood, last man back, pops up high. Caruso jumping up with the glove to get it down onto his stick. Now Caruso through center ice, building some speed, dangling through two. Caruso, he scores! Pops up the water bottle. It's 1-0 Tigers. And just like that, Northport Huntington into the lead. Did I say this was going to be an exciting game? Did I say this is going to be close? Tigers showing that they're not going to go down easily, and Caruso, the man that usually leads the way, collects his 6th goal of the season. Caruso wins the ensuing faceoff, right back to the attack, trying to drag around one more player, pokes it out in front, and Bayerga does get a piece of this. Another whistle. Caruso now spending a lot of time on the ice. Takes a draw from the left circle, taken away by Fontaine. Up for Dolson, tries to attack. Caruso on the back check, pokes it free from him. Resinello on an edge, he gets taken out. This is going to be a power play upcoming if Rudloff can fight off the shot, and he does. Touched up by Jackson. It's going to be a power play opportunity now for East Islip as they look to tie us at 1. Lafada in for the draw, gets it back for East Islip. They set up, quick shot from the zone, rebound, Fandon comes back out in front, and East Islip allow it to slide through all that traffic. Lawler will race back for it, not wanting to waste precious moments. Quick pass to Lafada, goes skate to stick, broken away. Another opportunity out in front, and a tripping upcoming. We'll go 4-on-4 as East Islip get to the puck. Now a wasted power play opportunity. East Islip fans trying to convince the referees that it was, end quote, all puck. I don't think they agree with that. Walter will come in for the puck drop. Wins it back towards the blue line, but just a little past. Walter now in a board battle, swipes it middle. Here's Haynes. Works up the right wall. Haynes looking for a nutmeg. Freeland breaks up the breakout, but Walter's right back for it. Team on sides. Walter looking for the shot, leaves it behind him. Second opportunity. Ayurga does get over in time. Here's Evan Lafata. Evan Lafata trying to use his strength. Went backdoor. Rudloff was there for it. Under a minute to play in the 4-on-4. Then Northport Huntington will have a power play for themselves. Jackson a little trouble handling it. Lafata maybe getting away with something right there, as Walter definitely was pushed down. Pops right back up with possession. Long shot, glove save. As Walter giving it back to the fans just as good as he's taken it. Face off in the offensive end for Kahn. Pushed around him. Justin Kahn comes back for it. Now it's Bradley walking down the wall. Couldn't jip around Sposato. Freeland. It's a nice centering feed, but just no one was there for him. Back for Kahn as he's past the blue line. Looks middle, shot, and another flashy leather save. East Islip getting control. They're going to be into a penalty kill now, so they'll try to kill off as much time as possible. Power play will be at 18 seconds. Sent up high, shot on net, bounces off wide. Caruso trying to hold on to it. Gets it to Kevin Sherwood. A shot was instantly shut down by the bodies out in front for East Islip. Now Dolson carries it into the offensive end. We're back to 5-on-5 here at the rinks. 1-0 the score for Northport Huntington. And of course, it was Caruso to get the goal. Almost halfway through the first. Caruso will go off for a change. Lafata comes on, kicks it into the O-zone. Back now, Onakor, D-to-D pass, and now the Tigers break it out. Awkward hop, Shear trying to make something of it. Shear gets a shot, rebound opportunity, and it's a nice save. Looks like Lawler's going to be sent off for a penalty. Another power play upcoming for Northport Huntington. They really didn't get much of a chance on their first one. It was obviously shortened. Now with a full 2 minutes, assuming they don't take a penalty of their own, it's instantly cleared out. Rudloff trying to play with a stick, ends up with Lafata, tries to go middle. Thankfully for Northport, Caruso was there. Potentially offsides, and it will be. Walter kind of deking out his own team. Here's Jackson. Gives it across. Worked up by Bonacor. Gets it around the traffic. Walked in the circle. Almost popping in front. Lafada fanning on the clearing attempt. Kahn with it here. Kahn, nice move into his shooting lane. Didn't let it fly. It's down low for Jackson. Worked around and now sent the length of the ice. Good play from Barton to kill time. Rudloff, the saucer feed. Goes all the way to Kahn. He's pressured by Lafada and Barton. Puck shakes free and then Barton overskates it right back for Joe. Up ahead for Caruso, the only goal scorer of the game, working at the blue line, just barely holding it there. East Islip with a chance at it. Caruso comes back, now into one-on-one, walks left. Caruso spinning around for a shot. Lafada was there in time. Gets it off to Barton, 30 seconds left in the power play. Here's Lafada, shorthanded opportunity. Shot fought off by Bowden Rudloff. Barton trying to chip it free, and it will come back for him and his two teammates to kill off some more time. Skating backwards is Dolson, sends it. Kahn knocks it down with his stick. And it was touched up high, so we'll get a whistle and a face-off, which will favor East Islip. 14 seconds left on the Northport Huntington power play. It looks like they'll go 0 for 2 to start off the game. Again, that first one was shortened by a little bit. So here's Jack Fontaine. Dolson helps him out. Sherwood loops it up. Back for him, Kevin Sherwood with it as we're back to 5-on-5. East Islip looking for a response to the Caruso goal. Nice hit on the far boards. Damian getting up high and finishing his check. Behind the net for Lawler. Skimmed ahead to Fontaine. Backhander. Some motion right now for Dolson. Jukes it around Sherwood. Works it up the boards for Lawler. Right back for Dolson. Walks middle. Dolson looking for a shot. Saved. Pops up high. Down low below the goal line. Dolson looking for Fontaine. Collects on the backhand. Fontaine through the legs. Just trying to get it to some open space. Arsenello. His centering feed was a little choppy. East Islip still with it though. Kevin Sherwood in a board battle. Fontaine against him. Couple more players join into the frenzy, and it squeaks free for Northport Huntington. They do get the clear off one pass. Dumped in. Tigers will go for a change. Gives Lawler a little bit of time and space to work with it. Turns it over at the blue line, then Lawler charging ahead like a train. Just absolutely leveling Morrissey, who is back. Leads to an opportunity for Dolson. Goes a little bit high on the shot. Now a 2-on-1 down low. Saved by Rudloff. Pops free into the slot. Dolson with a turnaround shot. Couldn't weave it through the traffic. Morrissey just trying to get his team to reset. Can't pitch it past the blue line. Gets a little bit of help, and there it goes. Here's Shear with a one-on-one opportunity. Maybe Shear popping it free. And then a nice poke check from the Tendy for East Islip. Steers it aside to the boards. Dolson with it again. Long shift for him. Fontaine trying to line up for the one-timer. Gets the feed. Still far away. Looking for a tip out in front. And Rudloff gets there. 3:42 to play in the first period. Couple power play opportunities for Northport Huntington. As now the fans starting to get into some verbal sparring. Here comes Caruso. Shot fought off. Comes over to the corner. Walter there with Caruso. Now Caruso with some open ice. That's not what you want to see if you're East Islip. Looking for a saucer pass. Gets it to Walter. Taps it out in front, and Lafada's there for it. Again, Evan Lafada, one of the great players that you can watch in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League right now. Caruso, another one of them. Caruso threw a pair. His shot went low and wide. Gazzardo to Kahn, dumps it in. Caruso the F1 as he chases after Reinhardt. Uses the goal as a screen. Off to Freeland, a little bit of trouble on the breakout. Freeland another opportunity. Will clear it off the far side. Rudloff slows the puck down for Caruso. Ahead now for Kahn. Tigers pass the blue line again. And we're going to get a whistle. Puck maybe touched with a high stick, not sure. Didn't see the referee put his arm up for any penalty, and the net looks like it's still on its moorings. The break will be used as a line change for Northport. Lafata will go off the ice as well. As the referees, I think, are having a little bit of a conversation about who is on and off the ice right now, as we're definitely getting a little bit of delay. There is a penalty on the scoreboard. And now we will get an East Islip player head off to the box, so it's another power play for the Tigers. Take a look in the official score sheet about what that is. Too many players on the ice. Usually the cause when there's no other obvious penalty. So here the Tigers are. Trying to break it into the offensive end. A little bit of trouble on that far wall. Comes back. Sposato with it. Dumps it in. Lawler quickly pressured by Chrisman. Lawler still just holding it there. He's draining a lot of clock. Good job by Lawler. Worked free eventually. Pops down towards the goal line. Lawler back for it. Tries to clear at the far point. Held by Jackson. Jackson tries to work around Lafata, gets a shot on net, hits off the end boards, comes free, Sposato with it again. Both teams still just jockeying forward, and eventually enough whacks do get it out for the Chiefs. Sposato will carry in. Looks for a shot, and another save. Berga has been good. It was an early goal that he let up. Caruso on the draw. Gets it back to the blue line. Northport Huntington work it to the near side. Gazzardo with a shot. Freeland's there for the rebound. Trying to find the clear. It's gloved, but still out. Barton's not going to be able to get to it in time as Rudloff is far out of his cage. Caruso just trying to build speed, using his net as a screen. Gets it off to Walter. Now Gazzardo tapped back to Walter. A lot of time being wasted right now. 34 seconds left in the period, 17 on the power play. Kahn now gets it. Here's JT. Caruso a shot. Ramps off Lawler's stick. Pops free. Still loose in the slot. East Islip getting to it first. Lawler, just a great shift this entire time. Power play now over. We're back to 5-on-5. 15 seconds left. Caruso trying to break away from all the traffic. Puts it up the boards. One last shot maybe. Blocked by East Islip. Backhanded down low. Freeland trying for a stretch pass, and it will die out in the neutral zone. 15 minutes gone by. Northport Huntington up by 1 goal. We'll take a short break here on the LI Sports Network and be right back. And we're back for the second period. East Islip fans still being loud, showing their team support as they look to come back from this 1-goal deficit. Lone goal from Caruso as we're back to live. Puck instantly sent into the East Islip bench. Ozone draw now for the Chiefs. Instantly one back for Freeland. A wobbly backhand somehow stays in the zone with Haynes. Works it to the right circle. The shot goes off to wide. Poke down low. Jackson there for it. Gets his skates going, but couldn't chip it around the traffic on the near boards. Second opportunity, it's worked free. Shot banks off a shin pad. Takes an East Islip bounce. Turned into a shot, still not on net. Another dump in. Berga looking for his teammates on the far side. It's carried ahead. Northport Huntington will take their time in their own zone. Chrisman couldn't get through the check from Damien. Back for Chrisman. Once again, Damien wins out the exchange. Sposato still going back to the well. Eventually gets it past number 55. But Freeland's there. Turns it over down low. A shot somehow not going on net. Got even me off guard with how dangerous that was. Walter now with some speed. Turns up at the goal line. Trying to drag it around Freeland. Up in the air. He'll take it down with the glove. Kahn now trying to help out Walter. Puck still down low. East Islip ready to react. It comes free. Kahn, a shot, pops the water bottle, but it's off the outside of that centering feed. Haynes comes away with it. Here's Haynes. Pass broken up by Caruso. Dump in will be just barely dodged by the referee. Good play from him. Sposato now ahead. This is a one-on-one. Dangerous chance. Caruso denied. Puck out of play as well, so we'll get a whistle, and look at that. Caruso trying for two. That would have been a big difference maker. Berga did get over. He's put himself in the right position, trying to take up as much of the net as possible. But you got to be sweating when you see number 40 coming down the ice uninterrupted. Kevin Sherwood, a chance at it. Away from his control, Morrissey. Back pass. Shear. Now flipped to the opposite side with Sherwood. Tried to carry it along quickly for Schmidt. Does get the dump in. Morrissey there quickly. Sposato taps it off LaFata. LaFata through two, still going. LaFata trying to poke middle. East Islip now on a hard reset. Trying to find their captain. LaFata didn't have a good handle on it. Long pass should go down the ice for a whistle, and is 11:57 left in the middle frame. Face off one to Dolson. Couldn't put it through the body out in front. Rosanello gloves it down, looking for Fontaine at the goal line. Takes it, looks towards the center of the ice. Batted away to the corner. Here comes Dolson with it for a snapshot. Once again, East Islip pounce on the rebound. They have Damien open at the blue line, but it's held onto down low by Rosanello. Finds Dolson. His shot hits some traffic. Deflects down low. Another feed out in front for a great shot. I think Rudloff got a piece of it. So the goal has been officially recorded as Kahn's, but I checked the replay. It definitely was Caruso who put it into the back of the net. So hopefully that will be changed to make the stats correct as East Islip look for another rush opportunity. Tied up at the far wall. Fontaine was in a one-timer position just in case the puck popped free. Here's Kahn. Almost putting himself into a one-on-one. Reinhardt got back, but Caruso breaks through. Caruso 2-on-0 down low. He takes the shot himself. Bayerga got it with his helmet. Dolson slicing up the left side. Dolson chips and jives, but lost his handle. Now it's JT Caruso. Dolson trying to feed it under some sticks for Resinello. Now Reinhardt has to skate after this one quickly as Caruso breathing down his neck. Caruso gives it out. Kahn is open, takes a hit from behind. Popped off to Walter. Now Kahn again. Has Kevin Sherwood instead, tries to feed it into the blue paint. Tipped around through a couple of sticks. Poked down low. Another opportunity. Walter can't jam it through. And on top, Bayerga makes another stop. Face-off control by East Islip. They'll wheel it out of their own end. Called offside, so we'll get another face-off from center ice. LaFada in. Morrissey comes away with it. Lawler challenging for. They both take a big hit into the boards. Lawler still on the ground, tying up to a couple of sticks. Eventually works free, and LaFada will chase after it against Jackson. LaFada gets the angle quicker. Jackson throwing in the stick to make it hard on LaFada, and it's eventually worked to Jackson. Into a one-on-one. He goes wide. Jackson now pressed into the boards. Back was Freeland. 5 players come together. Freeland, strongest amongst them. Worked free to LaFada. Has 2 men to beat. LaFada trying to drag through both of them. Great job to come together. That was Gazzardo and Jackson. East Islip fans want a penalty. They're not going to get one as a line change is made on the back end of the play. Nice try from Haynes. Just didn't have the bodies in front of the net to feed there. Bradley a turnover. LaFada charging the net. Rudloff pokes the shot aside. Into the right wing corner. Haynes will get it there. Looks middle. Another opportunity. LaFada! He scores! The captain ties the game at 1. East Islip right back into it. LaFada now with his 8th goal of the season. Scoring at such a high rate. Serino into the left wing corner. First time I feel like I've said his name all game. He has 4 goals on the season. One of the higher tallies for this Northport Huntington team. Just 2 behind Caruso. Puck to Haynes. Goes tape to tape. Torado with it. Looking for Bradley out in front. Bradley takes a hit. Almost gloved down, and it's back out center ice with Reinhardt. Dumps it into the opposite corner. Rudloff out of his net, slows it down for Sherwood, rims it around the boards, and just barely past to Reinhardt. Reinhardt looking for Haynes, couldn't get his stick onto it. So instead it's carried up and in by Sposato. Dumps it back towards the blue line, up high. Shot blocked off to the side. Chrisman races for it, couldn't hold the zone. Rudloff again far out of his net. Got it to Sposato. Sposato, long-range shot glove down. Haynes and Bradley on the assist for the Lafada goal, as we're all tied up at 1 here in the second period. Both teams playing good defense. Shot from the blue line. Rebound swept aside by Lawler. Breakaway coming up for Dolson. One-on-one to the net. Dolson, wrist shot is off. Felt pressure coming from the right side. Wanted to let it fly quickly. Couldn't put it on net. Another opportunity short side. High into the air, touches down in the left wing corner. East Islip get there first. Feed it up to their defensive core for another shot off target. I think it hit a body out in front. Now Kahn sweeps it free. Walter trying to poke it into a breakaway. Walter driving in on the net all alone, leaves it off. Rebound, they score. It's Kahn on the follow-up. Tigers back into a lead. Check that, make it Walter on the follow-up right there, as he was out in front. Kahn will go down for the assist. Regardless of who got it, it's a 2-1 lead for the Tigers, and they have a quick response. East Islip scored at 8:25. Northport Huntington at 6:30. Didn't like the game tied up for long. Now Lafada, long ranger, creates a puck out in front. Lafada trying to follow it up. Damian holds the zone at the blue line. Rotated down low. A puck, wild bounce in front. Freeland down to Lafada. Fans on the shot. Now getting pushed away from Gazzardo. Flipped up high. Freeland looking for a stick, and Rudloff makes the save regardless. Lafada in the right circle against Caruso. Caruso will win out the faceoff. Runs into some traffic. His team helps him out. Walter with it again, looking for Caruso on the far wall. Caruso, shot through Freeland, deflects down low off the end board, picked up again by Kahn. Kahn goes tape to tape. Sposato, long drive. Bounces off Jackson. He'll follow up on the play. Jackson centering feed. Gets it to Caruso. His shot denied by bodies. And now East Islip will break it away. Plenty of speed already for Barton ahead, but it's worked away from him. Jackson dangles between the legs. Leaves it off. Walter wraps it around. Should go to the opposite side for Kahn. Poked by Freeland. And Caruso will come on top of it. To space, tipped out in front of the net for a shot. Walter went wide with it. Another jab from Kahn, and now the net is off its moorings. We'll get a pause with 4:57 to play in the second period. Northport Huntington looking for their first statement of a victory. Obviously not first victory. They already have 2 of those. But East Islip will definitely be the best team that they've taken down if they can convert this. Obviously still 19:50 to play in the entire game. That's a lot of time for things to change. In the neutral zone, Onacore trying to make this a bigger lead for his side. Centering bid was denied, and Lawler will drag it away. Lawler with Fontaine over to his left, past the blue line, gets the feed over to Fontaine. A backhander, better saved by Rudloff. Calm the entire time. We'll get a replay of that here on the LI Sports Network. Another ozone face-off. Fontaine dances around at the goal line. Centering feed popped over to Reinhardt. Zardo will chase after it as it once again goes below the goal line. Up the boards, Reinhardt keeps the zone. Walking down, passing it off to Fontaine. A little bit behind him, but he'll get to the puck in time. Misplays it, takes a hit by Jackson. Centering feed does come through. East Islip swarm the net with bodies now. Shot blocked. Jackson got in front of it. Now it allows his team to get up with Shear. Shear behind the defense, taken out from behind. That's a power play at a minimum. Looking over to the referees to see if they call this a penalty shot. As Shear will go off, so this looks like it will just be a 2-minute power play for Northport Huntington as they try to take their first 2-goal lead of the game. Had a couple opportunities already. East Islip have made several trips to the box. Caruso on the draw, tied up by Lafata. Trying to activate Walter. Bonacore will hold in. Looking for Caruso, gets it to him in the high slot. Caruso, a shot off the skate of Freeland. I'm surprised he's still standing after that blast, and a good active stick from Haynes will get it out of the zone. Lafata poking it free, 2-on-1. Haynes off to Lafata. Lafata in on net, looking for the shorty. Just missed on the opportunity. Back for Caruso. The captain will settle his troops. Brings it up the ice himself, charging straight at Lafata. Lafata staying with him off to the left side. Now switching off Freeland. Caruso wrapping around the entire team and the entire rink. Finally passing it off. Shot. Lands down in the slot. Sposato just trying to hold it. Off now for Kahn. Looks to Caruso. Not going to find much there. Bayerga saw the shot the entire way. You're not going to beat him on an opportunity like that. Need a screen or something out in front. Exactly a minute left in the power play. 2:42 in the period. Caruso will take the draw from the left side. Blast coming up. Does get all the way to Dolson, who blocks it. That's definitely going to leave a scar. Not a scar. That's a little dramatic, but a bruise. Bruise in the morning. Caruso past the blue line. Here's Walter with it. Gives it back off to Caruso. A shot. Bayerga. Bayerga. The power play left at 39 seconds. Caruso almost off the draw, getting a good look. Sposato pokes it into the right wing corner. Kahn with it now amidst two Chiefs players. Centers it, but it's onto the stick of Reinhardt, dancing around with Walter, and eventually it's away for East Islip. Long stretch pass coming, but it's down to Rudloff instead. He'll be forced to cover it up by Barton. And we're going to get some pushing and shoving after the fact. Again, both of these teams, they have to stay out of the box. Special teams usually decides games like this. So they're going to get Sposato for the penalty. And it looks like Sposato is going to be escorted off the ice, taking a match penalty. As we wait for these penalties to come through the live stats so I can read it off to you at home. Again, it was a Northport Huntington power play off the tripping call on Lawler, which came on the sheer breakaway opportunity. As the referees have a conversation with the head official for tonight. So Sposato right now listed in the live stats as roughing for a 2-minute minor. Obviously something will be added on there to upgrade it to a match penalty. And the official call will be unsportsmanlike conduct. That will be the game misconduct. Right now in the box for it is Justin Morrissey. Obviously someone has to serve the penalty. So we'll go to 4-on-4 for the 11 seconds. And then into a minute and 49 seconds of a power play for East Islip as they once again try to knot up the game. So LaFata will come in for the draw. Obviously Northport Huntington down a defenseman for the rest of the game. LaFata takes it, wins it back. Resinello instantly pressured. Turnaround shot for Barton. Couldn't get it through Caruso. Wiggles free to the boards and popped out of the zone. Now into a power play for the rest of the period for East Islip. Opportunity down low. Shot wide by Dolson. Now make that Barton, actually, who is off to the left of the cage. Here's Dolson with it now. Dolson blowing a tire. Puck is now free, sits in the right wing corner. Northport Huntington pounce on it first, and Shear gets it clear. Breakaway potentially for Walter. Still one man to beat. What a backhand pass. Almost hitting the tape of Shear. I don't even think Shear expected that. Shot. He scores! Short-handed goal out of nowhere for Northport Huntington. Walter gets it done. A turnover. Walter walks it right. Picks it on the blocker's side. Puts his team up by 2. .59 ticks left in the second period. Or excuse me, in the power play. 51 ticks left in the period. Off the draw, East Islip trying to settle themselves. It's not often that they find the scoreboard in a losing position. Reinhardt gets to the puck, leaves it off for Freeland. Right back to Reinhardt, builds speed on the left side. Into the zone for the Chiefs with under 20 seconds to play in the period. A little bit more than that on the power play opportunity. Puck will be cleared out of the zone, hit by the stick of Kahn. Kahn now trying to work free in the middle. Still tenacious on the puck. A shot for Sereno. Couldn't get it through the bodies. And the period will expire right there. 8 seconds left on the power play for East Islip, but they're down by 2 with just 15 minutes remaining here on the LI Sports Network. We'll be right back for the third. And we're back to live for the third period. East Islip trailing by 2. 8 seconds remain on a power play opportunity. Probably not going to do much with it as Northport win out the face-off. Just a couple seconds left, and we're back to 5-on-5. Rudloff touches it up, puts it around the boards. Morrissey there for it, sends it out of the zone. Right back for East Islip. At the blue line, a little bit of a miscommunication. Allows Northport Huntington to once again get it out. This time, Kahn has a little bit of life behind the attack. Angled away from the puck. Lafada's there. The captain has the only goal in the game for East Islip as he runs over Kevin Sherwood. Sherwood trying for a little bit of a retaliation, and we're going to get a whistle right away. 14-17 remaining in the period. We already have penalties. Sherwood now jawing with Lafada, and number 34 will be escorted to the box. Lafada looks like he'll escape punishment. No, referee's pointing over. He's trying to plead his case, but players don't usually win those conversations. Question is are we going to get offsetting penalties here or go to 4-on-4 regardless? Losing Evan Lafada for 2 minutes is not a good thing for East Islip. He's their leading goal scorer and is nearly doubled up on the next closest player. No, I take that back. He is actually more than double the next closest player on his team. And that's not because there's a lack of talent for East Islip. We'll stay 5-on-5 per the referees. Both players in the box getting 2 minutes for roughing. Fontaine dumps it off. Resinello trying to fake out a couple of players at the blue line. Pops around and Dolson gets back to it. Resinello with it again. Trying to send it quickly into the zone, but it's denied by Northport Huntington. Gazzardo sends it the length of the ice, but it hits Reinhardt's stick. He'll look to return the favor to Fontaine underneath him and right back for Northport's defense. Worked up on the near wall. Lawler was there for it. Gets past him. Now Kahn. Little saucer on the backhand. Dolson bats it down, has Reinhardt to help him out. Dolson should come away with it. Wild poke check from Morris. He's not going to do much. Dolson trying to settle the rolling puck. He's taken down to the ice, and it's right back for Justin Kahn to attack. Kahn trying to split the D. Knocked around. Puck still coming out in front. One save made. Still alive. Comes to the Gazzardo for a shot. He hits the stick away from Resinello. Up top. Gazzardo, another drive. It goes off to the right. Reinhardt for the loose change. Gets it around for Resinello. Off for Fontaine into the offensive end. Looking back for Dolson. Doesn't get it there. JT Caruso. Scored a goal already this game. Caruso, a snapshot. Eaten up. Bayerga now getting some defense from the rest of his team after the whistle. Golden rule in hockey, don't touch the goaltender. Shear comes in for the draw off to the right side of Bayerga. Good hit for Chrisman. Puck still works to the blue line. This is a one-on-one developing. Bradley looking behind to see if he has anyone there. Angled off. Dill puts it out in front, and Rudloff slides over in time. Shuts the door, keeps the game 3-1. Check this replay coming out. Great hockey IQ from Ryan. Gets to a great angle, but Haynes couldn't get it through. Rudloff showing what he's got. It's been fantastic. Only one goal allowed. Bowden has some great statistics so far. 2-2 with a 3.2 GPA. Or GAA, I should say. I don't know what his GPA is. Maybe his parents will tell us. Maybe it's something good. Damien pokes it out in front. Walter puts it around the board. Schmidt with a nice shoulder check ties up a player. Waller walking down the wall. Does hold it in against Jackson. Jackson with the follow-up hit does get it out. Reinhardt with it there. Looking for Bradley. Off his stick for Jackson. Looks for Shear. Instead ends up with Schmidt. Dumps it in. Reinhardt up on the wall. Sent down and will be an icing. 11:21 to play in the third period. Face-off won by Northport, but they don't hold the zone. This could lead to a breakaway for East Islip. Barton trying to send it out in front. Shot came through from Musumeci. Rebound, and they score. LaFata going down to the fans to celebrate with them there. East Islip within one again. That's the initial attempt. Comes back out for LaFata, and he doesn't make mistakes from there. 3-2. It's a new game. Caruso going over there to talk to Rudloff. Obviously not criticizing Rudloff for that play, just trying to keep his head in the right spot. That's the job of the captain on the team. Caruso does it so well. And it's captain on captain for the ensuing face-off. LaFata almost breaking it through. Gets it off. Barton trying to return the favor. LaFata, another turnover forced by Jackson down low. He recovers and gets it ahead. Lawler now the lone man back. Needs to beat it out. Caruso almost finding a loose puck, and instead it's LaFata again as this action is picking up. Barton, just called offsides. Rasinello looking for the dump in. It was stood up. Back into East Islip zone now. Kahn trying to wreak some havoc, but it's quickly past him. Freeland, little shovel pass to Rasinello, trying to dance against Caruso. Pressure now by Kahn as well, and it's taken away. Justin Kahn leaves the puck behind him, almost clips Rasinello up high. Instead, it's a forward pass, Fontaine into the circle, across Dolson. And once again, Caruso is there. Make that Kahn, actually. Saw the 4 on the jersey, and I thought 0, but there's a 2 in front of it. Here's Caruso down low, trying to slide it to Kahn. East Islip play good defense. Rasinello once again past the blue line. Little tap pass. Here's Dolson. Backhand feed to Fontaine. Out in front. Rudloff kicks it away. Dolson there again. Nice juke. Down low. Fontaine looking to go up high with the shot. Rebound. Dolson in a great place, but it ramps off his stick and hits the netting. Another pause with 9:38 left in this game. Sits on a knife's edge right now. Rudloff right there, obviously readjusting the goal, making sure it's on its moorings. Gotta give your hat off to Rudloff to do that, making sure that he's set up for every play. That's good presence of mind right there. Shear on the D-zone draw against Lafata. Both of them tied up, jockeying for control. Pops off. Chrisman will take it. Chrisman looks right, passes right, and gets it to Shear. Shear past Lawler. Puck sits free on the end boards. Reinhardt there first. Morrissey on the follow-up. Now pops free. Kreisman trying to get free. His shot. And the net will go off its moorings. That was the official call from the ref. Shear trying to win it ahead for Chrisman. Instead, it belongs to Lafata. Tries to shimmy past to check there. Leaves it off for Bradley. Lafata losing his stick. Needs to pick it back up. Puck still loose around the boards. Lawler stepping through for it. Lawler going to the net. Almost slid it out in front for Barton. Another centering pass ends up with Shear. Poked away. Held down low by Lawler. Lafata taking his position at the blue line. A shot from Barton not far off target. Lawler now chasing back for it. Looking for another centering feed. And once again, Northport are there for it. Long pass, Shear. Can he get to there first? Still dangerous. Morrissey trying to turn around for it. Bayerga somehow getting away from that danger. Offsides as the Tigers touch up. Schmidt will be the first player in. Puck eludes him as Lafata flies ahead, puts on the brakes, looking for the stick of Bradley. Deflects off, and now Kevin Sherwood wheels it. Sherwood, blast on net, blocker save, goes off to the end boards. Sherwood follows up his dump in, but the puck is rotated to open space with Bradley now. Long home run pass, straight tape to tape. Musumeci powers in, then fades back, feed up high. Damien, a blast is off to the left. Lafata on the backhand tried to shove it into the blue paint. Instead it's with Jackson. High glass and out. Freeland jumped up, couldn't come away with it. Gives a little bit of room to work and forces his tender to make a save. Bayerga is good for it. .7:43 to play in the third period. 3-2 the score. Draw one back for Sposato. Freeland trying to get it off to Musumeci and does. JT Caruso will come back into his own ends. Lots of speed. He'll play chip and chase. Freeland, little trouble with the puck there. Allows Kahn to take it. Haynes, a good stick lift to get it into the neutral zone. Trying to send it down the ice. Little miscommunication from Northport. JT Caruso. Now Fontaine. Fans want a high stick on that call. Not going to get one as Gazzardo gives it off for Kahn. All the way back in their zone, Bonacore. Kahn trying to get through these checks. Looks for Caruso. His stick tied up by Ronhart. Pops down low. Lawler gets there first. Back for Caruso now. Angled off by Haynes. Loose for Resinello. Player right in front of his face, but he delivers on the pass to Fontaine. Good play from Jackson. He goes off the glass. Touches down in the neutral zone. Reinhardt. Good pass. Fontaine looks to the opposite side. Resinello continues the momentum ahead to Dolson in the slot. Dolson loses it in his skates. Gets leveled by Sherwood. Shot comes through anyways, but it's deflected out of play. 5:57 left in regulation now. East Islip have trailed the game for its entirety. Technically was momentarily tied, but the point is East Islip have not controlled a lead. That's something you don't say much about this team. Again, they're 4-1 on the season for a reason, and it's going to be a power play now upcoming. Didn't see the initial call from the refs. Look over to the live stats now. Kevin Sherwood, I think that hit actually turned into a roughing call. East Islip had control for so long after that I didn't initially realize. But all the better for East Islip as they try to tie this game up. LaFada down low to Barton. Controls it at the goal line. Barton patient. Gives it to Resinello in the left circle. Has Lawler up top, feeds him. Tap pass back, intercepted by Northport. They're going to be into a breakaway here. Quickly for Sposato, chased down by Walter. I think he lost the puck in the snow off the boards. Resinello cuts past the blue line. LaFada behind him if he needs the feed. Resinello all the way down low to Barton. Out in front. The shot deflects wide. LaFada with it now. Scored 2 goals on the game already. Looking for his hat trick. Feeds Barton in the middle. Racing after it. And Rudloff gets there first with the glove. Covers it up for a whistle. $1:09 left in the power play, 5:06 in regulation. LaFada will step up for the draw. Lawler is far behind him. Could potentially race on to the puck for a blast. He's so far back, he's off camera right now. There's Lawler with it. Looking for Dolson. Dolson pressured. Finds room in the corner. Surveying, Dolson trying to rip the shot, but it's poked off his stick beforehand. Great work from Justin Kahn to get it down the ice as well. Marigo leaves it, Resinello. Resinello leaves it off. Dolson. Still controlling. Dolson almost looking for a Michigan right there. Feeds Lawler high slot. Lawler rips it on net, and that's an easy save for Rudloff. Not going to beat him with that. East Islip resetting. Still 26 precious seconds of 5-on-4 hockey for them to try to tie the game. LaFada, an important draw against Caruso. Still loose. Comes away for Dolson. Can't get the pass through traffic, and it's out of the zone. Lawler quickly flying back for it. East Islip will set up for the breakout. Pass for LaFada. Stick down by Caruso. LaFada still gets onto it. 7 seconds left in the power play. Hits Resinello. He's against Caruso now. Back pass. Flying into the slot. Dolson a drive. And we're back to 5-on-5 with that. Clock just ticking under 4 minutes. Caruso against Resinello. Caruso turning around, looking for the trailer on the play, still with control. Sauces out in front. They score! Justin Kahn gets it right after the power play. And Northport Huntington are back up by 2. Look at this pass from Caruso. Kahn with great hand-eye coordination to make sure to finish that play. Northport Huntington potentially with a statement victory right now. Caruso with it once more. Bodied off his angle of attack, takes a shot, and it just barely hits off the netting. East Islip, they have to recollect themselves and do it quickly. Caruso winning the face-off, turning it into a shot, hits off a body. Kahn to the loose puck. Has Sherwood up top at the blue line, can't feed him there. Forced out by East Islip, but they need to be in the offensive end. Another turnover this time. Walter gets his tape on it. Walter still disruptive. Now it's past him for Haynes. Rushes into the zone. Looking back towards the slot. Broken away. Now Caruso will fly after it. Freeland in front of him. Caruso cuts back to the left, and Freeland gets his stick in traffic. Feeds forward to Lafata. Accidentally leaves the puck. This is back for Kahn now. Justin Kahn with a room to drive. Kahn on net. Save made. A lot of the usual suspects scoring here for Northport Huntington. Another opportunity, puck loose in the blue paint. Bayerga looking for it, and they score! Just barely leaks in, and now the Tigers have this game completely in control. Lafata trying to keep this game going for his team. Shot is saved by Rudloff. Lafata tied up by Sereno. Puck comes off to the right wing corner. And with a 3-goal lead, I'm going to assume this game is going to go the way of Northport Huntington. I've been saying it, this is their best victory of the young season in varsity. Again, proves that they can do more than just compete with the top teams. They can beat them as well. It might be time for Northport Huntington to have the label of a top team in the varsity division. Looking at it, Smithtown Hauppauge 5-0 so far through 5 games. Sachem is 4-1 through 5. East Islip is about to be 4-2 through 6. St. Anthony's is 3-1 through 4. Northport Huntington will join them at 3-1-1 technically, with the overtime loss to Smithtown Hauppauge. Again, still the closest game the Bulls have played this season. That's a great sign for this Tigers team. Freeland puts on the brakes. Puck chopped off his stick. Follow up from Musumeci will hold the zone, but now it leads to a breakaway. Caruso looking for his second. He scores! It's a runaway train for the Tigers as Caruso just piles it on. 6-2 now. Crowd now quieted down on both sides as everyone can kind of see the writing on the walls. It's definitely been a gauntlet for Northport Huntington to open the season. Again, they played all of Smithtown Hauppauge, St. Anthony's, and now East Islip in a 4-game stretch. Pass out in front, Rudloff trying to dive for it. Flutters behind the goal. Puck still somehow loose in the slot and finally contained by Chrisman. Back check from Lafada trying to get it away with under 30 seconds to play. An unbelievable third period for Northport Huntington. They've scored 3 goals. One at 3:39, one at 2:22, one at 1:09. I will update you about that goal at 2:22. That was Lucas Serino. As a yard sale up in the air, Kevin Sherwood losing his stick. And he'll bump into Damien and jaw off with him at the end of the buzzer. Regardless, 6-2 the score. Northport Huntington will take the win and improve to 3-2 on the season. That'll do it for us here on the LI Sports Network. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with some more Suffolk County High School hockey action.